Hi VC, hi YouTube, it's Rob here with another video, and this video I'm going to show some stuff that I picked up from Amazon, also from record fairs and record shops from around the Manchester area. So first one I want to show is something I got from a record fair in Manchester a couple of weeks ago. It's Joy Division complete BBC recordings. So there was two Peel Session 12 inches that were released many moons ago. So they've combined them on this one disc on Strange Fruit Records. So it comes on a delightful sort of pink vinyl, which I'm not too sure about. But this is really raw. I mean, Joy Division are pretty raw anyway. She's Lost Controls on here, Transmission, Love Will Tear Us Apart. There's also an interview with Ian Curtis and Stephen Morris from 1979 with Richard Skinner. But it's, I mean, the thing with Joy Division, there's two albums, there's a live album, there's not a lot of material out there. So I saw this at the record fair, paid 16 quid for it, and I'm on a bit of a Joy Division kick at the moment. Can't get enough of them. So I did play a few clips of this on my Instagram. So, and it just sounds really raw and just really good. So pleased to have this in the collection. Joy Division, the complete BBC recordings. So I picked this album up. It came out, I think, about a month ago now. A lot of people have been showing it in the vinyl community on YouTube. It's the Super Furry Animals, Rings Around the World. So this is the 5th studio album by Super Furry Animals. It's probably my favourite. Got Just Suppose on it, and The End of the World, and Rings Around the World as well. So it comes on 2 discs. Nicely packaged. Colourful artwork, and it's just probably, like I say, my favourite Super Furry Animals album from 2001, Rings Around the World. I was on Amazon on Saturday, and well, I was in a Wax and Beans in Bury record shop, and I picked a few things up from there. Do like to support local record shops, but there's some good deals sometimes on Amazon, and these albums were both sort of £18, so they're probably still available. So Echo and the Bunnymen and Flowers. So this album's from 2001, was never issued on vinyl at the time. So Will Sargent and Ian McCulloch, there's no Les Patterson on these later albums. It comes on white vinyl, but like I say, never released on vinyl before. And the 9th album by Echo and the Bunnymen, certainly not their best, but certainly worth having in my collection. So Flowers. And then also for the same price, so if you want to pick them up yourself, is Siberia from 2005. So this is an album that I bought at the time on CD. Nice gatefold. 11 tracks on here. So there was a single on here called Stormy Weather, which I do have on 7-inch. So this comes on clear vinyl. So these were delivered to my workplace today. So I was telling the girls in the office to look out for them, and they came in the middle of the afternoon. So yeah, well worth picking up from Amazon for like 18 quid. So Siberia by Echo and the Bunnymen. So I was in my local record shop in Bury, Wax and Beans. The owner Ben, very friendly, and I picked up a few things from him. One of the ones I want to show is a different kind of tension by the Buttercups. So one of my favourite ever sort of jackets on an album. And this is a really nice reissue with all the original tracks. So it does have the lyrics there as well. There's a label. It does come with a really nice booklet as well. You Say You Don't Love Me was the most Buzzcocks liking single on this, which with it being the third Buzzcocks album, the final one, there is a little bit of a change, a little bit more sort of experimental, but it's excellent. Such a really good album. And I was saying in my last video how I was wanting to pick up sort of albums from my youth, and I can remember I was with one of my friends who sadly he died in 1981. I've spoke about him before, Paul Greenwood, and we used to go record shopping together in the late 70s, and I can remember Paul buying that album when it came out. On the same day I think I bought Drums and Wires. So when I think about that album, when I see it, I do think about Paul. So I picked this up also from Amazon. So reissue of John Martin, Inside Out. I think this is from 73. So when I was in my 20s and 30s and even 40s, I don't think I've ever listened to John Martin. I spoke about him quite recently. An artist that I've discovered that I really do like. Sort of folky, jazzy, just really excellent. So really pleased to have another John Martin album in my collection. So I picked this up from a record fair. Stiff Little Fingers and Hanks. So this is a live album that came out probably in about 81 on Chrysalis. And again, talking about Paul, my friend, you do think about your friends, especially when they've died. Me and Paul went to see Stiff Little Fingers in 1980 at the Apollo, and I can remember us being on the bus and putting zips on our trousers and turning into punks for the night. Starts off with Nobody's Heroes, Gotta Get Away, Barbed Wire Love, Alternative Ulster, Johnny Was, Wasted Life, At the Edge, Tin Soldier, Suspect Device. They're all on here. It's a great album. So yeah, live album, Stiff Little Fingers and Hanks. I picked this up from a record shop that I showed on my Instagram. One in New Mills, sells books upstairs and records downstairs. Susie and the Banshees and Scream. So this is the debut album by Susie and the Banshees, and I'm on a Susie and the Banshees kick at the moment. Can't get enough of them. You get the lyrics there, and this comes on a blue Polydor, which I've not seen before. So very unusual to see a blue Polydor. So yeah, one of the many Susie and the Banshees albums that I've picked up over the last couple of weeks. So yeah, Scream, the debut from 78. At the record fair, you're always looking for records that you don't normally see in the wild. And I never go with a list, as I said before. It's just what's in the racks and what appeals to me. I saw this, The Crusaders and Unsung Heroes. So I do have a few Crusaders albums and I like them all. Originally the Jazz Crusaders, but I think this one's from 74. Don't ask me any of the tracks, but they all sounded good to me. Funky, soulful, jazzy, just a really nice album. So really pleased to have Unsung Heroes in the collection. Now I've been searching for a decent Devo album for a long time, and I think finally I've found one. So Devo, this album, Duty Now for the Future. So it's on a textured sleeve as well. Cost me £8. I do have quite a few Devo albums that have underwhelmed me, and this opens on the left, which is a little bit different, and it did come with this postcard as well. So the second album from Devo, well worth checking out. I'm pleased to have that one in my collection. I think the guy with the hat on, I think that's probably the best Devo album, but I've not got that one. I was in Rochdale, like I say, I like to support local record shops. I'd finished work early and I went to Rochdale. I can't remember what the shop's called now, but this was on the wall, James Brown, really nice jacket. There it is, from 1972. I asked the guy in the shop to play it for me and he put it on. There's a little bit of a mark on it, but it plays through really well. A couple of tracks are a little bit sort of James Brown sort of talking, but the other tracks are very strong. Maybe this is one of James Brown's better albums, so nice to have a little bit of James Brown in the collection. There it is, from 72. A little bit of VCLT to show now. Alan, the Static Traveller, the keeper of Pension Derrick, who seemed to attack me on every video, but why not? So he was doing one of his sort of live videos and he was showing a couple of records that he wanted to get rid of. And he showed this one, Public Image's debut from 78. So this is an album I didn't have in my collection. Do have quite a little bit of Public Image, but I didn't have this one. And Alan very kindly sent it to me for free. And really appreciate it, Alan. Really good album. And Alan also sent me this album, which I bought at the time, but it's at my ex-wife's now. She's looking after it for me. So Prefab Sprout and Protest Songs. So I think this was like a little bit of a lost album. I think it might have come out in between Steve McQueen and From Langley Park to Memphis. But this is an album that I really enjoyed when it came out. Life of Surprises, World Awake, Dublin, Diana, Tiffany's, well, The Cows Come Home. Just a really good album. One of my favourite bands, Prefab Sprout. So thanks very much, Alan. And also another new channel on the VC is Nick's Vinyl Butty. Go and check Nick out. He's got a couple of videos. And he knows I'm a fan of the Inspiral Carpets. And he said he spotted a couple of 12 inches. Ones that I didn't have. So Move, the debut by the Inspiral Carpets from, I think it's from 89. So pleased to have that. And also he sent me this, which when I received it, I thought I've already got it, but I haven't. I've got this, but She Comes in the Fall. But this is actually 4 tracks of Commercial Rain, which was one of the most popular sort of live Inspiral Carpets tracks. So really pleased to have this in the collection. Absolutely excellent. So thanks again, Nick, for sending me a couple of Inspiral Carpets 12 inches. So that's just a small sample of what I've been picking up over the last couple of months. I've not sort of been doing these kind of videos. I've got a car boot video that I'm going to have to do, sort of a roundup of finishing bits and pieces there, because the car boot season's kind of over now. It's pretty cold and you don't get as many people out, so I'm not going to be going to any more car boot sales this year. So I've got one more video I need to do. So if you've got any comments about what I showed in the video, I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching and bye for now.